Dear Sagittarius, have you ever felt like you were walking so close to a great opportunity, but then it slipped past you like an invisible breeze? You didn't understand why. You tried, with all your faith and resilience, but something still kept slipping through your hands, as if the universe was testing your spirit. As if there was an invisible force holding you back from stepping fully into the light. The truth is, the universe sees you. But perhaps you haven't yet allowed yourself to be recognized properly. From June 12th to 15th, a gate of prosperity will open, and Sagittarius is one of the souls chosen to receive the activation code. But if you are missing one specific color, the current of abundance God is sending your way may never reach you. Yes, just one small color, but when it's absent from your energetic field, the entire frequency of wealth, opportunity, healing, and blessing may drift off course. This is not just a suggestion, but a warning, and also a gift. If you are Sagittarius, if you are on the path of rediscovering yourself, if you know deep down that you were not born to live an ordinary life, then this video is the signal your soul has been praying to receive. But before we speak of the color destined for Sagittarius, you need to understand more deeply what is happening in the astrological sky from June 12th to 15th. Because the planetary energies and the moon's placement during this time form the foundation of a rare opportunity, one not everyone will be able to touch. Now, let us move into the next passage. Astrological explanation. Why is June 12-15 so important? There are days when the sky is still blue, the wind still moves, but our soul quietly trembles, as if the heavens are whispering, as if something in the atmosphere is opening just for you, Sagittarius. And if you are awake enough between June 12th and 15th, you won't just sense that energy, you will be chosen to enter it. So what is truly happening in the sky? From the night of the 11th into the 12th of June, the moon begins to move into Sagittarius, the sign that holds your soul's memory, the desire to expand, the search for truth, and the dream to live a life worthy of your spirit. The moon, in astrology, is not just the planet of emotions. It is the gate to the subconscious, the emotional blueprint we use to either receive or block cosmic energy. When the moon enters Sagittarius, your soul no longer sleeps. It opens its eyes, it lifts its gaze upward, and begins to ask the questions that matter. Who am I? Why do I feel I could be more than this? Why does luck feel like a bird landing, then flying away again? During the same period, Mars, the planet of action, drive, and personal power, forms a sextile with the moon, creating a rare energy corridor. What this means is, your intuition will no longer feel vague or scattered, but will become a compass, guiding you toward clear and specific actions. The decisions you make during these 3 days, if aligned with the right frequency, can open breakthrough outcomes over the next 3 months. You are the sign of expansion, but also the sign most easily distracted. The universe knows this, and it does not blame you for moving too fast or missing the signs. But over the next 4 days, the universe will try again. It will send you powerful signals, a strange dream, an unexplainable intuition, a flash of light when you think of someone. But you will only perceive these things if your soul is tuned to the right frequency. And to do that, you need color as a form of resonance. Because energy doesn't flow where there's no space for it to settle. Astrology is not superstition. Astrology is a map, but a map only matters if you know how to read it. And from June 12th to 15th, the map will illuminate your exact position, Sagittarius. It doesn't just say that you could succeed. It whispers, if you walk in light, what was once yours will return. And this time, it will stay. All the signs are aligning. The moon awakens Sagittarius intuition. Mars stirs you into action. And the outer planets are unusually still, as if clearing the path for something sacred. Like a summer rain, you cannot command it, but you can prepare your cup to catch the very first drop. So what is that cup? How can your soul emit the right signal, a quiet but unmistakable frequency in the chaos of the universe? The answer, surprisingly, lies in a color so simple, it's easy to overlook. And if you're wondering what that color is, stay with me for the next part. The secret of color. Why lacking it could be dangerous. There are things no one ever teaches us, but our soul still remembers. No one told you that a color could protect you from harm or deliver a rare opportunity. But have you ever felt, just by wearing a different shirt, the whole day suddenly felt lighter? Just by changing your bedsheet color, you slept deeper and dreamed with vivid clarity that night? You might call it coincidence, but in the world of energy, nothing is random. It's only that we, humans, are too busy to hear those quiet languages. And color is one of the most delicate languages the soul uses to speak to the universe. I've always believed this. The universe does not send gifts randomly. Every blessing that finds its way to someone is responding to a signal they've released. And if you are living in a moment like June 12th to 15th, a time when energy is open, a time when the match between you and your opportunity is separated only by the thinnest thread of frequency, then color is no longer a preference, it is a condition. It's not about who is stronger, it's about who is more in tune, more silent, more sensitive to what others overlook. And surprisingly, sometimes that difference is simply a color you didn't wear. There was a time I spoke with a woman who had walked through many seasons of pain. She had been betrayed. She had suffered financial loss. She had survived a 6-year divorce. I asked her, during that time, what color did you wear the most? She smiled, but her eyes dimmed a little. Gray, black, cold brown. I couldn't stand light, so I wore colors that helped me hide. I wasn't surprised, because I understood. When the soul is hurting, it often chooses to go into hiding. But the danger is, if you hide too long, you forget how to shine. And when you no longer shine, the universe can't see you. Blessings are not avoiding you. They just can't find you through the darkness you've wrapped around yourself. Are you wearing a color that's making it hard for the universe to recognize you? Have you ever turned down a dress because you thought, I don't look good in bright colors? Or told yourself, it doesn't matter what I wear, as long as it's comfortable? But the truth is, your soul is far more sensitive than you think. It needs light. It needs to be seen. It needs you to choose a color, not just to wear on your body, but to declare, I am ready to be seen. I am no longer hiding. And if you are a Sagittarius, this matters even more, because you were born to shine. You were never meant to blend in or cover up. You are the symbol of the journey, of fire, of the bow drawn toward the future. But because you are always charging forward, you sometimes forget that you need to pause and light up again, from the inside. And the simplest way to reignite that inner light is through color. No, I'm not saying that color is magic. I'm talking about resonance, because luck doesn't go to the best person. It flows to the one whose frequency aligns. The more you harmonize with life, the more refined you are in choosing even the tiniest things. The color of a shirt, the shade of a candle, the tone of a flower. The more you build a field of energy where all good things know how to find you. I once saw someone who didn't change anything major in her life. She simply chose each day to wear a color she had never worn before. Each day, a new tone, like a quiet declaration to the universe. I'm ready to be different. I'm ready to be seen in a new way. And guess what? Her career began to shift. An old acquaintance reached out, not to return, but to apologize. And she told me, I don't know why, but ever since I started letting light stay on my body, the good things began to find their way back to me. If today you feel like everything in your life is fine, but not fulfilling, if you know you are alive, yet something still feels missing, try quietly asking yourself, is the color I'm wearing truly nourishing my soul? Am I hiding or allowing myself to be seen? Am I holding on to old energy or letting myself vibrate with new light? And if you are willing to try, just one small step. Choose a new color for one small corner of your room. Change the wallpaper on your phone with a fresh affirmation. Light a candle in earthy orange or cobalt blue and whisper, I open the energy gate to allow the best to find me. Because the truth is, you have not been forgotten by the universe. You've simply been matching the color of your past. And blessings, they don't visit places that stay old and refuse to change. If something inside you quietly shifted while hearing these words, don't let it fade like all the other times. Write just one sentence below this video. I'm ready to change the light around me. Or, I now know the color my soul has been missing. Sometimes, just writing it out can become the very signal that draws in what you've been waiting for. And if you're wondering, so what exactly is my color for those 4 destined days? The answer is waiting for you in the next part, where I will reveal each color and why it may not just change your wardrobe, but your entire destiny. Healing colors, specifically for Sagittarius. Not every color is meant for you, and not every color is the language your soul needs at this exact moment. Each phase, each wound, each quiet prayer draws your soul closer to one specific color, as if that color has known you from some faraway life. And from June 12th to 15th, the universe will not only open a gate, but it will whisper. This is the frequency of light Sagittarius must carry in order to be seen. So, what is that color? Cobalt blue, to awaken intuition and open the sacred door. Cobalt blue is not an ordinary color. It is the color of spiritual wisdom, of light within darkness, a shade ancient cultures believe could open gates to the angels. For Sagittarius, a sign that always looks to the sky, always seeks faith beyond self, cobalt blue is like a signal flare from the divine, reminding you, you are not alone. During these days when energy is open, wearing a cobalt blue shirt, draping a small scarf in that color, or simply placing your hand on a piece of fabric in this hue and closing your eyes, is enough to reactivate the intuitive frequency you once carried in a previous life. Cobalt blue will help you hear your inner voice more clearly, open channels of guidance from guardian angels, know when to move forward and when to pause. Especially if you've ever had a dream that came true, or if you once had powerful intuition but recently felt disconnected. Let cobalt blue bring you back to the sacred voice that was always within you. There are days when you just need to feel held, not by someone but by something warm and steady, like the earth beneath your feet. An earthy orange is exactly that feeling, not too bright, not too dark, just warm enough for you to feel you are no longer drifting. It carries a quiet warmth, mature, grounded, and deeply stabilizing. If cobalt blue lifts you to a higher plane, earthy orange is the gentle hand that keeps you from slipping. It is the color of anchoring. Anchoring your emotions, anchoring your abundance, anchoring your stability. For Sagittarius, a soul often swept away by ideals and wanderlust, earthy orange helps you replant your roots. Call back energy scattered through old relationships, failed investments, or silent sacrifices. And most importantly, retain wealth, instead of watching it slip away each time you thought you'd secured it. If you've ever felt like you earn well but can't seem to keep it, or if your projects break midway right when they seem to be working, then earthy orange is the color you need to embrace in these days. How to use healing colors as gentle rituals. You don't need to change your entire wardrobe. You don't need a lot of money. You just need the intention to choose color as a way of consecrating your life energy. Simple yet powerful suggestions. 1. Clothing or accessories. In the morning, choose cobalt blue to begin the day with spiritual alignment. In the evening, choose earthy orange to end the day in grounded peace. 2. Candles. Light a cobalt blue candle in the morning for the first 3 days and whisper, I am ready to listen. Please guide me. At night, light an earthy orange candle and place your hand over your heart. I am ready to hold on to what I deserve. Please protect what I've received. 3. Phone wallpaper. Create a background in your chosen color, paired with a personal affirmation. I am in sync with light and abundance this week. I radiate the frequency of truth, prosperity, and stability. 4. A written prayer under your pillow. Write down what you are waiting for. Keep it short. Fold it and place it beneath your pillow for 3 consecutive nights. Before sleeping, whisper, if this is meant for my soul, please show me a clear sign. 5 minutes of morning meditation. No fancy technique required. Just close your eyes, place your hand over your chest, and imagine your whole body bathed in a soft blue or orange light. Feel the noise within you dissolve, and the doors quietly begin to open. If you've ever felt left behind, remember, no one is left behind forever. Sometimes we just need to turn on the signal so that what's meant for us can find its way. And color is the first invitation. But if you're still unsure where you are on this path, if you feel like you've done everything right, and yet something unseen keeps holding you back, then maybe the issue isn't in the future. Maybe it lies in what you've forgotten, what remains unresolved in the past. And if you've ever felt like you came so close, only to be pushed away by something you couldn't name, then these next 3 days are more than an opportunity. They are a calling from a door once closed by old wounds. And we are going to open it again through the ritual of return. 3 days, 3 rituals to reopen the gate of abundance once locked by old pain. Stay with me and let me guide you through each doorway. When the soul is ready, the universe will listen. But when you act as a ritual, the universe doesn't just listen, it responds. There are doors that only open when touched the right way. Not with force, but with reverence. Not with haste, but with sacred presence. From June 12th to 15th, a gentle yet powerful current is moving through the sky of Sagittarius. It is not loud, it does not call anyone by name, but it opens as a silent invitation meant only for those truly present with themselves. If you feel that this is drawing near, if you know that something important is waiting for you, then give yourself 3 sacred days and 3 quiet moments to touch what you've always been waiting for. On the first day, you don't need to do much. Just sit down, slowly, and look directly at something cobalt blue, a piece of fabric, a candle, or even just an image you saved, and now hold gently in your palm. Don't try to believe, don't try to feel. Just be present, and then whisper softly, as if in prayer, "If I have arrived at the right time, please show me the way." No one needs to witness it, no one needs to respond. You've just sent the most important signal of all: I am ready. On the second day, as the light outside begins to fade, as the city settles into sleep, find a small space for yourself. It doesn't have to be luxurious, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to hold a warm light, the color of earth, the color of things that never abandon you. Light an earthy orange candle and place your hand on your chest. At that moment, don't ask, declare. Gently, but with certainty, I will no longer push away what is good. I will keep the light I once avoided. And if tears fall, let them fall. They are not weakness. They are the sign that you are clearing the path for what is good to finally arrive. On the final day, when you are ready to cross into something new, create a new door for yourself. It might be a bowl of clean water, a single small flower, or any object that feels like it belongs to you. Write a simple and honest invitation, not poetic, just true to your soul. I invite this to come if it belongs to me. Place it somewhere you can see it one last time before falling asleep. And whisper, not to God, not to anyone else, but to the deepest part of yourself. If there is a door, I ask to step through it, not with expectation, but with faith. Then let it go. You have done what you were meant to do. The rest belongs to the light. You don't need anyone to guide you through this ritual in detail, because your soul has done this before in lifetimes you don't remember. These small actions are simply ways to awaken the sacred memory within you. And the most beautiful part is this: no one knows what will come. But one thing is certain, you will no longer be standing outside the gate. If during these 3 days you do anything, do it with faith. Not faith in me. Faith in the part of you that longs to be reborn. And if you wish to mark this journey in the gentlest way, write just 1 line below this video as a vow sent into the wind. I choose to open that door. I will keep the good this time. I will no longer walk away from the light. Because your soul is worthy, and the light has always been waiting for you to recognize it. You may not know exactly what you just did. Only 3 days, only a few small rituals, but sometimes what changes destiny isn't the giant step forward, but the moment you pause long enough for the light to finally touch you. If you've reached these final lines, I know you are no longer the one searching. You have begun to become the very thing you were once waiting for. Thank you for giving this time to yourself. Thank you for believing that even something small deserves to be honored as a sacred act. Thank you for listening, even if your heart is still stitching itself together with patience. If you feel even the slightest touch in your soul, leave a sign beneath this video. I have opened the door. Or share this with someone you love. because light always travels farther when it's passed on with love. I wish you a journey light enough to fly and deep enough to take root in what is truly worthy. You may not fully know what you've just done, but the light always recognizes the one who steps out of the dark, not to fight, but to become the light itself. We will meet again at the right moment, on the right frequency.